We know, Joel, that there is an increase of U.S. military assets deployed to the region on what the U.S. says are credible threats of an Iranian attack. We know that the U.S. has pulled out its non-emergency staff from Iraq. What's your read on this? Where are we headed?
Well, Michelle, I hope we're not headed to a war that, frankly, Senator Romney today said would be a disaster. President Trump on the campaign trail 2 years ago said that the Iraq war was a mistake and he got applauded for it and doesn't seem to want to have a war. But my fear is that he's being set up right now and that the push from John Bolton, the National Security Advisor in particular, is to create tripwires that incent Iran to behave badly. But it's interesting as well, I should mention that the deputy commander of forces in Iraq with the coalition said that there's been no increase in Iranian concerns or threats from Iran. He got rebuked, but it's not at all clear that there is an increase in threats coming from Iran as well.
Joel, Putin putting the blame on the U.S. here. Now, you could argue that the Tehran regime is feeling more pressure because the nuclear deal is collapsing, and that's why there is potentially an increased threat level from Iran. But let's keep in mind that even when the deal was fully in place with the U.S. in the deal, Tehran continued to sponsor its terrorist proxies and had more funds for its attempts to wreak havoc and influence across the region. Was the president right to pull out of the deal?
Thanks. No, I appreciate it. You're right that Iran's behavior in the region has been deplorable, and they have engaged in military conflict in Yemen and Syria and elsewhere that we should condemn. But pulling out of the deal has weakened our hand. It's not only Putin that is criticizing us, it's Britain and it's France and it's the International Atomic Energy Agency that said that Iran was complying with the nuclear deal. We're the ones that broke it. We reinstalled sanctions. We have essentially dared Iran to take a reciprocal action, which it has not. It's announced that it may increase uranium enrichment. It hasn't yet done that. That doesn't mean they have a bomb in 1 week. That's not the case physically. So it was a mistake. If the president wants a diplomatic solution or to deal effectively with Iran, he needs our allies on board. And he had a base agreement in that nuclear deal that he could have built on. And many people like General Mattis and Secretary Tillerson argued for that. Unfortunately, he broke the deal, and now we're actually further behind on diplomacy than we could be.
Joel Rubin, Ambassador Mark Ginsburg, thank you.